I want to show you something. I love this picture. What we have here is we have a crowd of people kind of doing their own thing, and then right over here on this end, we have a boy who looks like he is totally up to no good. He's got a snake in one pocket, he has a frog in another pocket, and I just love the look on his face. The craziest thing about this picture of this little boy is that he ended up growing up to be one of the most famous painters of the 20th century. His name was Diego Rivera, and his daughter has actually just written a book about him, her memories of him, and her memories growing up with him, and it's illustrated by his artwork. We're here today at the offices of our distributor, Publishers Group West, and we are fortunate enough to have Guadalupe Rivera Marín, the author, here to give our sales reps a sneak peek of the book and to tell us some stories.
La combinación de los colores es excelente, ¿no? ¿Verdad?
Sí.
I consider that in our time, my father was known all over the world like a great muralist, one of the greatest in the 20th century in the world. But many people doesn't know about my father like a painter, like a human being. And in this book, I want to people know that my father was so tender with children, and he paid so many attention to children, to Mexican children especially, because he found that in children there were the future of the country.
You know, so many people know about Diego Rivera, they know about his artwork, he's famous the world over, but this is really an amazing opportunity for people to hear about him, to learn about him through his daughter's eyes. Guadalupe, actually, you know, one of my favorite stories in this book is the story of Picos con Naranja. Can you just tell us that story about sitting for your father?
In this painting, my father gave me the orange, but all the time I want to eat the orange. And when my father was painting, I destroyed the orange because I wanted to eat it, not to have it, you know. So the painting was not finished.
Oh, you didn't finish it?
No.
Oh, no.
My Papa Diego and Me is a children's book, but I think it's a book that will really be a crossover title, that adults will enjoy it too. It can be a book about art, it can be a personal story, a memoir, a book about the political situation in Mexico. I see this book in museums and bookstores and all kinds of traditional and non-traditional channels. I think it will do well on internet websites, brick and mortar bookstores, and I think it'll do very well internationally too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you speak Spanish?
I don't. No.
You don't? You should learn.
I should learn.
It is
I need to
necessary
learn.
now.
It's never
You
too
need
late,
to
right?
learn. Yes.
Now I have a reason to learn,
Yes.
so we can speak.
Okay.
I think really the primary thing that struck me about the book was how personal it is. It reveals the story of a little girl, a very powerful and graceful little girl, and that childhood being recorded by an eye and a hand of an artist that is world known, and that's just an incredible thing. On the other hand, the book is about this extraordinary ability of this father to capture that grace, and then the gift that she gives back, which is letting the paintings be seen in a totally different light. It's so tender.
So I hope you enjoyed this sneak peek of My Papa Diego and Me, written by Guadalupe Rivera Marín and illustrated by the artwork of Diego Rivera. Mark your calendars, it'll be available in September of 2009, and you can learn more about it and more about Children's Book Press on our website, www.childrensbookpress.org.